This is a Steam Greenlight trailer for Chipse Solid III. I'll let it speak for itself.
Chipse, my beautiful disciple. Chipse, tu vas me le payer. Chipse. Haha, それからそれはこの野郎のミッション的でらですか?
So yeah, that was a little bit of dialogue from Chipse Solid III. I don't speak the lingo, so I don't know what to say about that, apart from obviously talk about the fact that it was clearly recorded in several distinct bathrooms. But here's the game itself. Very exciting, as you can see. But I do have one slight criticism with it, and it's kind of a criticism of the genre, because hand-drawn, hand-animated 2D side-scrollers like Chipse Solid 3 tend to be very over-animated. I have problems with games like that, because they often involve very precise jumps, very precise moves, and when you get a hand-drawn art style, sometimes they can be so overly animated, it's hard to get it frame perfect, because it's so flowy and so hard to really get a bead on. And as you can see here, clearly the main character died just then, and it's you see what I mean, though, with the amount of flowing. I mean, the animations are gorgeous, they're flowing, they're beautiful, it's like dust and Elysium Tale right here, but I worry that I wouldn't be able to make these kinds of intense jumps here and get the key perfect combat that's clearly needed for it. That's my main issue. You know, it reminds me of something like the Blood Rain 2D side-scroller they did, which I thought was over-exuberant with its animation, you know? And it can just ruin with that sense of tight control. Otherwise, this looks pretty perfect. I mean, you know, again, I can't deny that it's gorgeous from just sitting back and looking at it. I mean, look at that Paper Fritz house. Sorry, that was Pay Fritz, I think it said, not Paper Fritz. I mean, it doesn't fucking matter at the end of the day. Why is he bent over with his ass like that? Duh, scripture! Fucking hell, this is a long one. Chipse Solid 3 is a work sharing a great deal of visions different, in a fantastic world on the edge of the abyss to threaten by time and the people Chipse Solid, our favourite ninja, cannot escape has the malefic whirlwind, and will have other choice no than to beat it, to become a man, to be so able to keep what have him the most precious. Okay. Treason, suffering, pain, fear, promise, choice, confidence, enjoyment, strength, condolence. Prepare you for a new adventure, as you will never have seen it somewhere else. Our RPG will plunge you undoubtedly into a great adventure with a big A of more than 200 hours of games. Chipse Solid 3 will propose to you a totally new version of the RPG. It will be a real wind of freshness for the connoisseurs on the subject. Okay. That wasn't actually as long as I thought it was, just looking at the paragraphs, because then it turns into different language, mate. So in all honesty, I think this one speaks for itself. Sarcasm aside, it is not acceptable. It's not acceptable. I mean, it looks like, you know, something that should not be on any storefront. Not ones where actual professional products are sold. It's an amateur hour project. And as I've said before, that's fine. That's fine, make your amateur project, just don't put it on Greenlight, because at that point, you become a work of commercial art that wants to be sold on a professional storefront, and you open yourself up for criticism from critics. Hello there. That's when it gets, you know, like, I can't toss you a mercy on this. What would the others think? They'd all start taking the piss. I say this before and I'll say it again, right? This is Dust and Elysium Tale. That's the footage I'm showing right now. Designed, developed by one person. You know, they got help from other people to fill in the gaps, you know, music-wise and stuff like that. But the bulk of it was one person. Now, if that person can do that, it takes time. Make no mistake, that takes fucking a long time. And that's what you need to do. You need to take fucking time. Okay? Because this Dust is really good. This Chipse Solid 3, I mean, surely you can look at one and look at the other and say to yourself, one's clearly better than the fucking other. And if you want to say, oh, that's not fair, that person's more talented, well, yeah, yeah, that person's way more talented. That's why they have a really successful commercial game, and Chipse Solid 3 is probably looking at this video as the biggest bit of attention it's ever going to get. So, sorry if that's harsh, but there it is.